everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm called Elomo and I film about relationships, growth, lifestyle. And for those of you who are Catholics like me, happy Easter. For those of you who are not Catholics, who don't believe in Easter, happy Sunday. And so in today's video, we're actually going to get super real. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about, I actually received a DM. I think I'm going to paste it on the screen. It's actually too long for me to even start reading out to you guys. I wanted to read it out to you guys initially, but I just thought it was going to make the video super long. I received a DM from somebody explaining her situationship in her relationship. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. So yeah, I received a DM from somebody explaining her relationship, and she asked for my opinion and I gave her my own opinion on the subject matter, and she was like I could feel free to put it out on this channel to get people's own opinions. So she told me she has been dating this guy for over 1 year plus, 1 year something if I'm not mistaken, but it's over a while, more than a year, and they have been good. They know they are meant for each other. You know, when you're riding with somebody and you understand that, no, this person, I'm actually seeing my future with this person. So yes, so she was actually seeing her future with him. He was actually seeing his future also with her. They started making plans on actually getting married, you know, settling down. They're making future plans, yeah, and all those stuff. They actually opened a joint account in relation to that. And you know when you're with somebody and you guys are planning for your future, marriage, settling down, you know the kind of things you guys will be doing. Yeah, that was it. They actually did all those stuff that normal couples do. They saw themselves together, had a joint account, acquired properties. Yeah, they acquired properties together, and you know, everything was riding on smoothly. They were having sex in the relationship. But on her own end, she wasn't actually really feeling comfortable with the whole sex issue in the relationship before marriage. You know, I don't know, for those of you who can relate, like, you know that something is not right. It's a sin. You're actually trying to build your spiritual life. You're trying to get closer to God. You're trying to work on yourself, and you know something is not right. But because you know this is the person for me, will eventually get married, and you are seeing yourself with that person, and you know, drunk in the moment, in quotes, it actually happens. But deep down within you, you know it's actually a sin and you're not comfortable with it. But it has been going on for quite a while. And you know, she was pushing through till it got to this point where she could no longer push through with the whole sex before marriage stuff. So she confronted her fiance. Yeah, it could actually sit down, come to a compromise, like they should wait before marriage. They should wait till after marriage. They should wait till after marriage before continuing the whole sex part. And the guy was like, because they planned on getting married this 2020, ending 2020, and now the guy is like, he's not sure that plan is going to go on. Like, okay, she was now like, okay, if we're not going to get married this 2020, when are we going to get married? The guy was like, he doesn't know. He first of all wants to build a house. He has projects at hand. He wants to attend to pressing issues. I can relate. Every other girl out there relate. You know, when you already made plans and you see yourself with that person, and all of a sudden he tells you he's no longer sure of that date, of getting married to you at that date. And if it was the situation where he had made his mind for a different date, like, I'm not sure, maybe I'm not sure we can get married this 2020, like, I have to finish the house I'm building for my mom, I have to do this, I have to do that, so maybe let's push it to December 2021. I mean, it's reasonable. All of us can understand that maybe projects are really heavy on your hand at that time, so let's push it to 2021. But you can't just tell me you are not sure of 2020 and you don't even know when you'll be ready. Okay, was that the plan? I mean, that's why I say it's super important when you're actually in courtship with your partner, and from time to time you guys remind yourself, like, you guys are in the same page, you guys are heading to the same page. Because if you just sit there assuming, okay, we're in the same page, we're going to get married, Oh yeah, we have plans you might never know when the other partner's mind has changed. Change is the one constant thing in life, so you might never know when this partner has changed their mind. Maybe the plan is you are no longer on the same page. In your head, you are going to get married next 2 years. In his head, he's like, not next 2 years, maybe next 5 years. So it's always important from time to time you remind him, like, maybe I used to get married in 2 years time. It's not like you're putting him pressure, like, marry me, marry me, marry me. From time to time you just joke about it, you just throw a little bit of joke here and there, and just to keep the relationship in flames. And he has it at the back of his mind. He said in every so every joke is always an iota of truth. So when you throw in such jokes from time to time, he has it at the back of his mind that, okay, no, this plan is still ongoing. Do we get? Yeah. So that was the situation, and the guy was like, he doesn't even know when he's going to be ready again. And she was like, what has changed? Because actually if people had made plans on a certain thing, and all of a sudden he wakes up and he doesn't even know when he's going to be ready again, definitely there is something wrong somewhere which you cannot place your hand on. So she was asking him what has changed, and he was not giving her any concrete answer, just telling her he has projects at hand that he has to attend to, so he doesn't know. But she's like, okay, fine, I love you still yet. It's not like marriage is do or die stuff. I love you, but I'm not just comfortable with doing the premarital sex. So let's come to a compromise. And the guy wouldn't want to come to a compromise with that. He wouldn't want to bow down to that. Issues from that moment, he started having issues. But she was still there trying to put it together. As they say, a woman is the backbone of the relationship. So she was still there trying to mend things, trying to make them okay, but it wasn't working. They still kept on having issues from time to time. It wasn't really smooth again as per se, not really smooth, but again, it wasn't really going on well as per se, but they were still there trying to make it work out. But at the end of it, she came and sat him down and for them to have a conversation, and she told him, see, we've been having issues, and it's like none of us can understand ourselves. And hence, let me tell you, when they were going through those issues, she said they had even invited a counselor, a relationship counselor. So you can imagine to that extent they were serious on making it working out, until, like, you know, when you are communicating to somebody and it's like one person is not understanding the other person, like you need a third party to come and actually make you guys understand. Like, that's where a third party now needs to play in. I'm going to do a video on third party in relationships, so expect that on my channel anytime soon. So make sure you subscribe so you wouldn't miss that video. So yes, so they actually called for a counselor, and the counselor counseled them and advised them. Still yet it wasn't working, and she had to sit him down and said, maybe this thing isn't just working, maybe we just need a break from each other. She said that at the back of her mind, she wasn't like a breakup. You know, when you're saying something to make the guy like get scared, like to frighten him a little bit. Girls, you can understand, like to frighten him a little bit, like he should be scared of losing you, so like to bring his mind back to the game, like, this girl is going to leave me if this thing doesn't happen, if things don't work out the right way, she's going to leave me, and I love her so much, I don't want to lose her. So at the back of her mind, that was what was in her head. Like, she doesn't want to, she wants to just frighten him a little bit. But it did not go as planned. It turned out it didn't go as expected, as what was in her head, because that was not what was in her head. Immediately she said that, the guy was like, okay, yes, maybe they're not just meant to be together, maybe it's not just the right timing for them to be together. And he went ahead, broke the joint account they both had, came and gave her own share of the money, separated their assets, separated, like, you know, go your own way, I'll go my own way, we're not just meant to be together. And she was like, but babe, this is not actually what I meant by we needed space. I didn't say we needed to break up, I just said we needed space, like maybe to reflect on ourselves, to think. And you're taking it the wrong way, you're actually breaking up. That's not what I wanted. The guy was like, yes, maybe that's just what is necessary for, maybe that's what's good for us at this point in time, and all that stuff. And she actually begged. It's not like she didn't beg. Guys out there will say girls don't beg in relationship. Duh. Yeah, she actually begged and like let them come back together, and the guy was like, no, they surely just need the space. Maybe the space is actually going to be, they need the breakup, maybe the being apart is actually going to, you know, help them a lot more. they're popping up. So what should she actually do? So that was her question, like what actually she needs people's opinion, like to actually understand the situation. I gave her my own perspective from the point of view of a girl, not trying to be biased or not trying to look at just how a girl reason. I try to reason also from the boy's point of view, but you know, I'm not a guy, I don't have those things between my legs. So a girl actually reasoned better what was going through the guy's head. So please, my boys, guys, men on this channel, please make sure you actually help us to understand what was happening in this relationship. Please make sure you comment down below and give your own point of view, what you think about the whole situation, like what's going on in your head. Girls as well, feel free to do so. So my own point of view, which I told her, was, you know what, babes, in this life we're all struggling to get to heaven. We're trying to be realistic here. I was trying to be realistic to understand that it's a normal, youth of nowadays have made it normal that premarital sex was something okay, like it's not a big deal. That's how it is for youth of nowadays. But again, if you're kind of a youth with a different, who knows where you're heading to, and you know what you want in this life, and you know that your spiritual life is priority to you, nobody can tamper with that. If it's meant to work out, it will actually work out. Like the people who have separated for like years, 2 years, more than 2 years, and still found their ways back together, their paths still crossed, and they ended up marrying each other. So if it's actually meant to work out, it will work out. Focus on your God. If, as the Bible says, if one eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. So if you have noticed that, okay, this part you're no longer comfortable with because it's taking you down your spiritual life, sister, I'll encourage you. Yes, I'm a young girl, I understand the struggles of all those things, but again, our spiritual life is super important. This life, we don't know tomorrow. So at the end of it all, be yourself. You have been true to yourself. I was super proud of her. I even told her, I'm happy you're true to yourself. You're able to combat that fear of even confronting, of saying it out, because a lot of girls even have that fear in them. Trust me, a lot of girls have that thinking at the back of their mind that, oh my god, this thing I'm doing is wrong, but anyhow, I'm gonna do how, let's just do it. I mean, we're already there, we're already dating, let's just do it. And I was like, no, keep praying for it. Just keep praying for your relationship. Keep praying for your relationship. Keep praying for him. Even if he has gone his own way and you guys have parted ways, nothing is impossible. If you guys are meant to be together, he will come back. So just keep praying for him. So yeah, guys, that's what I had to share today. So please make sure you actually leave your own suggestion on the whole story, what you actually think is your own point of view. Like, how do you reason it out from the girl's perspective, from the boy's perspective, trying to be neutral and trying to, you know, explain what you think you should do in that situation. If you're the one in that situation, try to put yourself in that situation. If you're the one in that situation, both the boy and the girl, what will you do? Please leave down your comment section, because she's going to be counting on that to actually clear up her mind. She said she's going to be reading all the comments herself. So make sure you do me well to please leave your comments down below. We'll be super grateful to listen to that. Help a soul, help a sister who is in distress, help a sister in need. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I'm truly grateful. See you next week Sunday at 6 p.m. unfailingly. If you haven't subscribed at this point, please make sure you do well to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified each time I post a new video. And you'll be the first to like, comment, share, and all that good stuff. So yeah, guys, bye guys, see you next week Sunday. Peace. Bye guys.